Donald Trump, the leader of the free world, Commander-in-Chief 45-47, posted this image to his Truth Social yesterday. For a person of this stature and notoriety to post this image, I realize it's a topic that I have to cover. There are certain topics that are a bit hackneyed, worn, overdone, but the data keeps contributing to it. This is the whole poster. The great Charlie Kirk, rest in peace, Shlomo Pearl. I'll be referencing Matt with Quantum of Conscious channel in his video titled, I Can't Believe I Have to Talk About This James T. Kirk and Spock Stuff. He appears to argue that there are human forces operating like a hive mind that cause things to start to look a certain way. And it's basically to generate loosh. I'll have the alchemist define for you the term loosh.
During a spiritual awakening, we start understanding just how important our attention and our focus is. But with that, we start understanding that we create with our emotional attention as well. So today, it is my honor to explain to you how we create in this reality with loosh. Loosh is a term coined by Robert Monroe, who in his out-of-body astral travels had discovered that our energetic and emotional energy is some sort of substance that is vied for and fed even upon and used in order to create. So what we see in mysticism as well is this term called loosh, used in different contexts and in different ways. So mysticism also knew, even though they didn't call this substance loosh, about this creative, emotional life force that is competed for in order to create realities through it. And so
the implication is that our loosh energy may help to guide the reality we see along its course. With Charlie Kirk's passing, the particulars of how it happened and these very specific, unique, coincidental things I and some others have wondered could be inserts for the purpose of manipulating and controlling the emotional energy of the people. Think of how many cycles are dedicated to confirming that the video we saw was real, that the ring didn't just teleport to the pinky. No, it was in the process of falling off because it was a hinge ring or it was a C ring that could just fall off. The black dot that perfectly migrated to the exact location of the bullet hole, that was a lapel mic that fell off and fell into his shirt. Charlie Kirk refused a funding offer from Bibi Netanyahu in his final days. I cross-confirmed this with Grok, who corroborates this by citing an independent article. Charlie Kirk refused Netanyahu funding offer. Yes, according to reports citing a longtime friend of Charlie Kirk, he rejected an offer earlier this year from Netanyahu to arrange a significant infusion of funding into Turning Point USA through Zio donors. The friend, speaking anonymously, stated that Kirk viewed Netanyahu as a bully, attempting to silence his growing criticisms of Israel's influence in U.S. politics and efforts to involve America in foreign conflicts. Kirk reportedly expressed fear of retaliation from pro-Israel forces amid his shifting stance, which included questioning narratives around events like October 7 and hosting critics of U.S.-Israel relations. And then Austin Steinbart posts a black pager as a single tweet, and this as a follow-up to a video he posted talking about the black pager and the gold pager Donald Trump was presented to by Bibi. Yes, this gold pager was given to the leader of the free world by the leader of Israel, and it features a tree cross-section that gives the illusion of an explosion from a pager, alluding to the exploding pager attack aimed at Hezbollah that occurred all across Lebanon. And in referencing this, Austin goes on to lay a foundation of concern about possible Israel soldiers within the United States working with the intelligence community through liaison activities, potential sleeper cells that can go off, so to speak, at any minute, thus shifting the power balance to Bibi, in some way justifying Donald Trump's apparent deference to a foreign nation. So it's Matt's contention, which I agree with to some extent, that all of which I've shown you is really to generate confusion, emotional confused energy. The worries are harvested as loosh in a situation entirely artificially constructed and controlled by a force we do not entirely understand. Every little detail in the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's passing, people are hyper-fixating on. I partly agree with Matt because I'm able to draw similarities to the 7-Eleven gas station event. An important documentary was released just 2 days ago called Codex 7-Eleven gas station. The documentary mentions such tidbits as a involved person on one of the flights previously being involved in one of the most elite special forces of the foreign power I previously described to you, Sayeret Matkal, one of the most secretive special force units, the use of gelatin as explosives, the B thing, as well as the E team. It's important to note that this exists, and this, nose out, does not make sense from a physics standpoint. And by the way, I searched for this news footage again on YouTube and I can't find it. It's like it's been deleted. There is another news footage video from a person who goes by this username that does show the thing. Would be a good idea to download for. It also gets deleted. And most of us know about the Salomon Brothers building and what happened there. This event opened my eyes basically when I was still a child to the much bigger game being played in this world. And while I feel it's very indignified and insensitive to entertain these types of ideas, if some large-scale events teach us that there is more to know in this world than we can possibly even begin to imagine, then we have to keep in mind that with planned exits, it's likely much less work vanishing a single person than vanishing multiple large buildings. But again, all this might really be just to create tension, fighting amongst ourselves, uneasy about real world-changing facts being just beyond our grasp.
Is this situation create loosh, energy, friction, turbulence, hatred, neighbor hating neighbor, husband hating wife, brother hating... Of course it does. Does it create that situation in the extreme more than most situations we've ever seen in our lifetime? Of course it creates that sort of friction and energy. Then if there's no possible way then it can be natural, organic, or just happen to play out that way. I mean, can you believe I even have to say this? But still there's some people here that don't even get it. It's 100% Notnilk. Now, does that mean that the first grade or the fifth grade truther will say, that means it's David Bowie Island? And well, I guess I have to talk about the possibilities there. But see, it doesn't matter. Why do we have to go there? It doesn't matter what really happened to Star Trek's James T. Kirk and Spock. It doesn't matter. All we have to do, every one of us, should be saying whatever happened, even if it's real, it's fake, all of these things are a possibility. It's obviously, it's designed to do exactly what it's doing. That's all these truth channels should be talking about. What really happened to him? Who cares? Do we really have to know that? Do you think the Notnilk, this just landed on the Notnilk's plate? And the Notnilk, is there certain people saying, well, the Notnilk certainly using this, Matt, to its advantage. But what really happened. And I'm not saying it's cake and a lake either. I'm saying we should get to the point where it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anybody reaching out to me, Matt, do you really think it really happened? Do you think it's David Bowie Island? See, then you're not at the level you should be if you care about that one bit. And it's not a situation that just landed on the Notnilk's lap. They're Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island Control Center. Oh, look what happened here. We can really use this. No, even if the person going around to these college campuses believed in every bit of what they were doing, knew nothing of what I'm talking about. That's, again, what he knew, how much of a puppet he was, whether he believed in every bit of his conservative endeavors. I had no idea who this person was, and I'm thrilled I didn't know. That means I'm really separating from it. People started reaching out to me, who the heck is this guy? I have no idea. So I'm thrilled that I really had no understanding of who this person was. That means I'm really doing a good job separating from it. So again, it doesn't matter whether David Bowie Island, it really happened. Even if not, the basics are very simple. When something goes mega viral to the 1000th power, and it's on every single newscast, and it's on every single website, there's no possible way that it just happened. And the Notnilk said, wow, we can really use this. It's all Notnilk, which means every bit of it is planned out and coordinated.
That's his theory, and it's something I'm inclined to agree. Every single aspect, like the supposed gesturing, this video the wife shared about Kirk laying in a casket with hands looking as they do, and the highlight of the G ring, the captured suspect looking very similar to Lee Harvey Oswald, controversy on the captured rifle appearing to be a Remington rather than a Mauser, not able to chamber the suspected round, Mr. Valhalla dropping for us a 33 code.
In less than 36 hours, 33 to be precise, the suspect was apprehended in a historic time period.
There is something controlling all these events, a situation where even the mistakes are deliberately placed in there just to cause additional controversy and generate additional emotional, spiritual energy. We should learn to guard our minds and not allow the excitement of the outside world take from us our awareness of our position in the reality, manipulating our very actions while we are unaware. There are multiple layers to this onion, even linking Charlie's death to 7-Eleven. So it's very important to be able to take a step back and ask, what is this trying to do to me? How will I guard myself from what this is trying to do to me? How will I guard my friends and loved ones? If you understand what I'm getting at and you'd like to share your own insights, please comment down below. Also, do follow me on Twitter, X, YouTube, or Rumble. Thanks. Have a nice day.